Good morning. Good morning. Today is my practice webinar for rewriting the stories you believe. And I just, before I get started, wanted to share a little bit about what fears I've been facing in going through the struggle of preparing for this webinar. I just want to say that the message that I feel is inside of me is deeper than what I can communicate. So there's a movie called Charlie, and in this movie, she's an artist, and her grandma is an artist also. So Charlie's a student at college, and she draws a picture of some fruit, and she shows her grandma as a mentor. And her grandma says, "It's nice. It looks good. It's basically perfect, but it's not speaking to my soul about who you are and what you want." So Charlie kind of goes through this struggle of figuring out what she wants to paint. And it's along the plot line of her learning about who God is and that sort of thing. And she ends up getting baptized in the religion that they're talking about in the movie. And so she goes through this transformation experience from being someone who doesn't really believe in God, doesn't care about God, to truly feeling God in her heart. And that's what she paints as she shares this thing inside of her that's bigger than what she can say. And it's kind of a metaphorical picture about her going through her baptism experience. And it looks like she's going through a waterfall. And when her grandma sees the picture, she's just taken back. It's breathtaking. It's amazing. And she's able to feel Charlie's passion and feel the depth of her emotions. So I just want to say that that's kind of what I feel like as I'm going through, as I figure out how to deliver my message. I know that there is things inside of me that I've learned so deeply that I haven't yet figured out how to express. And I am in the process of doing that as we speak. So with this webinar, Rewriting the Stories You Believe, one of the things I've been studying is Russell Brunson's Expert Secrets. And he goes through a template of what works in helping people to go from not wanting your service or being interested in your service to purchasing your service. And so he's going through helping people basically, in my words, go from an unbelief to a belief in whatever the service is. So in my case, it's hypnotherapy. And so I am working on how to deliver this message in the way that he's teaching each of the steps. So yesterday was really frustrating. I went through his book and his template, trying to figure out how that applies to my personal experience. And I couldn't get from his book what I needed. So I did feel like this calling, this inner voice, right, that's guiding me, that my answers are in here. So, and then after I read it, it was like, okay, now that you have it in your mind, kind of step back and just see it in a big picture. So last night before I went to bed, I wrote out what I hope is a template for my webinar. So I'm going to practice giving that now. And you want to see the webinar, then I'll put a link to this at the end. Cool. Okay, I'm going to get my thoughts together and then I'll get started.